Hello, it's Steve Caitlin with US Bank. Happy Sunday. I wanted to share a great strategy, which I think will help you sell more homes in today's market. It's not new, but it's been used very little over the last couple years. But it's a great strategy when rates have increased, which they have significantly, and there's still prices in homes that have gone up, and trends are changing. Let's face it, there's less bid over asks right now. There's less offers that are coming in, and the velocity of the sale is starting to slow down a little bit. So this is actually what I'm hearing from the realtors. So that's what I'm saying, that this would be a great way to address this situation. And I believe it works best either by discussing it in a listing discussion, which shows another way to market the home, or in a pre-market viewing of the home where the buyers are interested in, they want the home, they're stretching for the home, or the home is fitting all their needs. The seller knows the bottom line of what they need to get, what they want to get. And rather than going on the market and dealing with the open houses and competing, the buyers are willing to make a deal, which when you look at it is actually way better than what they expected to get. Let me share my screen and show you an example. Give me a second so I can get organized. And here's screen, here, and we go. Okay, pre-market buy down or the listing agreement seller buy down. I've got an illustration here of a standard purchase in DC. Let's look at column 1 so we can review the implications of this strategy, which are tremendous for all parties. Column 1, it's $1,250,000 purchase price. The standard purchase is with 20% down, it's $1 million. 30-year fixed today is that rate. The payment all in is that amount there, $49.88, and the cash to close, including the closing cost in DC, this is a little bit under $285,000. To qualify for this home, you need good credit and you need an income, I have it there in blue, of about $170,000 a year. Okay, now what about expanding the population who can afford this home and making it more affordable to a bigger population of people who might be more open to some issues that this property has because they want to get into a certain location or school or whatever? What if the seller considered some creative financing, and in the case of a listing situation, instead of listing it at $1,250,000, they increased the purchase price a little bit to $1,280,000. We've had a very good market where homes should appraise, but that shouldn't be an issue. But let's just say $1,280,000, and I picked a $30,000 increase because what I'm showing on this example is the seller paying 3 points, so they're going to net out the same. Go back to column 1, it's $1 million loan amount. 3 points on $1 million is 3%, $30,000. We put it into the purchase price. So now you got a purchase price of $1,280,000. The seller paying $30,000 towards points. The seller netting out the same amount with a slight adjustment for commission and transfer recordation tax, which can easily be calculated out. Okay, look what this does to the interest rate. It lowers the interest rate almost 1 full percent, which lowers the mortgage payment by almost $652 a month, which then allows a whole different class of people, quite honestly, to buy this house. Well, before I get there, the cash to close is now $6,000 more because it's a higher purchase price and they're putting down 20% on a higher purchase price. So that difference is $6,000. And so it's $291,000 now instead of $285,000. So it's $6,000 difference. But look in blue at the cash needed to close. I'm sorry, not the cash, the income needed to close to qualify. $116,000 on this as opposed to $170,000. You're telling me that a family coming in with $116,000 to $120,000 in income isn't going to be excited about buying this house and they'll be looking at this home a little bit differently than the person with $170,000? That's going to be a great opportunity. looking at this in another way, looking at this in the way the payment would generate a mortgage in today's market. Going to column 1, the payment of $43.36 in today's market with a rate of 4.75, that generates a mortgage of $880,000 a year, $880,000 mortgage, which if it's an 80% loan would be $1.1 million purchase. So if we go down column 3, you see the payment on $1.1 million at today's rate is $43.83, as opposed to the payment at the higher purchase price with the lower interest rate is $43.36. So in essence, this buyer is getting $1.28 million home for the price of $1.1 million monthly payment. Now, in addition to that, the definition of points is prepaid interest. Interest is tax deductible up to $750,000. And even if the seller pays the points, the buyer gets that benefit. So in a typical tax bracket for buying this home, the buyer would on their taxes get a $9,000 tax benefit the following year. I've written it down in number 2. So if you take the $9,000 and you look at the cash to close, they're actually going to buy this house for $281,000 as opposed to $284,000. It's costing them less. They're getting a lower monthly payment, and you've worked an amazing deal. Your sellers got what they've wanted, and your buyers got a tremendous opportunity here. Let me stop the share. I'm happy to do this for any listing presentation as just a one-off discussion to decide, well, maybe you'll present it or not as part of the discussion. It's a great way, great solution to address the issues that home buyers are dealing with now. Or I'm really happy to present this to the sellers and buyers, or to you to present to them in a situation when you got a pre-market review and the buyers want to buy and the sellers know exactly what they want to net out. And we come to an agreement that everybody's happy. Okay, let me know if you have questions. I'm more than happy to discuss this in detail and customize anything for your needs. And I hope you continue to have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.